Welcome back to another video working on the Ram 3500, and today we're swapping out the idler arm and Pitman arm. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what we're doing on the truck today. All right, so on this truck, went ahead and swapped out the Pitman and idler arms probably about 2 years ago now. And unfortunately, they did not hold up. So the idler and Pitman are, this arm right here is the idler. Pitman is the one that comes off of the steering box. So unfortunately, these are made by Tech, and they're their supreme version of them, and they seem to have developed some play in it. So let me go and show you what that play looks like. All right, so this way to test these, grab your tire on either side, lift it off the ground, wiggle it back and forth, and you can see that play in there. You do not want to have this much play in your suspension. That is not ideal. And this could be because of the semi wheels. They were pretty bad and beat the crap out of the front of this thing, and then this one also has quite a bit of play up in there, so we don't want that either. All right, so obviously we don't want the play in those two pieces, so we're going to change them out. I put the truck back down. We don't need the truck up in the air for this, and pretty much just going to pull her and the two new parts. So let's go ahead and show you those real quick. All right, so these are the two new parts we have, and I decided to go with MOOG this time. Their Problem Solver series, and pretty decent. Usually MOOG is the go-to for good stuff. I've heard their quality's been suffering, but who knows. But yeah, they should do the trick. So we're gonna go and swap these guys out. It's not too big of a pain in the deal. You just need a puller, tri-claw puller, or press, depending on how you want it, to get a couple of these guys to pop out. Then we can swap them on real quick. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm gonna start with this one over here. And pretty much we have to get this bolt out, and then these two, and we'll be able to release the idler arm off of here. So let's go ahead and do that. Noticing the design a little bit, this one does stick out quite a bit further, which is a little interesting, but nothing crazy. All right, let's go ahead and hop at it. So idler arm is done. If you want to look at torque specs, go for it. I gave it all the ugga-duggas I could for these two, and this one I got it real tight, and then just went one more little bit of rotation to get the pin line up. I think we're good. I'm not going to worry about it. It's as long as it's tight, real tight, she's good. All right, so now on to the Pitman arm. That's this guy right here. So this is 24 millimeter. I should mention this is also a what was this one? All right, no, these are 24s. I think that one was 17. No, what did I have on my wrench? 13/16 is what. So this one's a 13/16, 24 millimeter, 24 millimeter, and 33 millimeter, which is one of these axle sockets right here to fit that. So let's go ahead and pop those off real quick and do the same thing, basically. All right, so getting this one off, I don't know if the other one had much play, but this thing has like a very large amount of play in it, up and down. Like, look at that. That is a ton. So yeah, this is definitely our problem for sure. Should not be that loose. And it's just a greasable fitting, and it's definitely greased up. So I don't know, just either poor quality or I don't know what's up. But I've had okay luck with Tech, but this one, I don't know, not so hot. So hopefully. All right, so Pitman's arm done. That was actually definitely the bad one. So we're gonna go ahead and I just put it back up on the jack and give it a little wiggle test, see what she feels like. Let's do the passenger side first. Still a little bit of wiggle, interestingly enough, but pretty solid, not nowhere near as much. Let's try the other side. All right, there we have it. Feels pretty solid. Be able to move it just a tad. I think it's just the nature of the beast though with how these things are set up. But yeah, it's pretty good. So what I mean by nature of the beast and how this is set up, every single one of these is a ball joint. So all the way down, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6 is another movable joint. So you got 6 areas that are meant to have play in them. You're never gonna get all the slop out. It's unfortunate, but it is the way it is. It's, again, 2-wheel drive, not the same 4-wheel drive, they're different setups. So it's just something to keep in mind, but a lot better than it was, and I really needed to get that sorted out. I do think I need to get my camber adjusted, and honestly a good alignment on this truck at some point, but trying to get dualies aligned is a pain in the butt because most shops can't fit that monstrosity on their alignment thing. So you gotta find a place, and I've been thinking about doing a couple other things while I have you guys' attention. I think I need to swap out my lower control arm bushings, or lower control armors more specifically. Probably could be do like all the steering stuff's pretty good, but I think it would benefit from doing upper and lower control arm new ones. And the reason why is if you just swap out the bushings, you have to press them out and press the new ones in, and generally it stretches out this stamp material to the point of where you can't get it to seat properly, which is a problem I had on this side for a long time. I eventually just got a junkyard one, spray painted it, and it's been okay, but it's not new. So other than that though, that's really about it. Another update on the truck, I don't know if you can tell from here, but you might be able to see that carrier bearing is brand new. So I did U-joints a carrier bearing on a drive shaft just to make sure everything was good. I didn't make a video on that because it was a pain in the butt and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was just looking like a fool until I eventually got it. But that's that. So pretty much everything update wise in the truck. Other than that, it's been a good daily driver. We've been doing good. All right, so that's gonna do it for today's video. I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments, please leave them down below, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. If you have any more ideas, if you want to see stuff with the dually, please let me know. And once again, I'll see you guys in the next video.